Ooh, now you might be asking yourself, what has he done here? But let me assure you, this is entirely intentional because this is the 2020 Mazda CX-5, and all all-wheel drive variants now come with what Mazda refers to as an off-road traction assist, but what you and I know as a rear differential lock to help you get out of situations like this one. How does it perform off-road? Well, let's find out. Before we hit the rough stuff, there are some other changes of note on the 2020 CX-5 range too. The biggest update being a new headliner that Mazda claim achieves a 10% improvement in low-frequency sound absorption. Additionally, cars with the 2.5-litre petrol engine also benefit from exhaust noise suppression. What that actually means in the real world, though, is a much quieter cabin, particularly at highway speeds, making the CX-5 a much more pleasant cruiser. Speaking of which, while the engine and overall fuel consumption characteristics haven't changed, there is now a new way of monitoring fuel use in cars equipped with the Skyactiv-G 2.5-litre petrol with a cylinder deactivation screen in MZD Connect. This shows at cruising speeds when the car shuts down cylinder 1 and 4 for more efficient running. The entry-grade CX-5 Max now receives an 8-inch screen, but on all models the Autonomous Emergency Braking or AEB system has been enhanced to include nighttime pedestrian detection. All of this, plus the off-road traction assist function in all-wheel drive models, comes at a price increase of just $200. Not bad. Okay, so into the woods we go. For those who haven't ventured off the blacktop in their Mazdas, the CX-5 is actually quite competent as a mild off-roader. You get 193mm of clearance in the Akira due to its bigger wheels. Other models can clear 185mm. There's an approach angle of 17 degrees and a departure angle of 22.5 degrees. Where the new system, called Off-Road Traction Assist, comes in handy though, is where you have a scenario where diagonally opposite front and rear wheels are in a low or no friction state. Here, the differential will put power to the easiest spin, and you'll go nowhere. Off-Road Traction Assist, a single button on the dash, uses software to instantly lock the rear differential, and you can feel the system working out the lay of the land before applying power to the wheel with grip and getting you on your way. It's not something you'll need all that often, but on the off chance you do venture off the beaten track, as they say, it's better to have and not need than to need and not have. Now I think you'll agree it's a pretty impressive system, but what was perhaps more impressive was the fact I didn't need to use it all that often. The CX-5 actually held its own out here. Now just how good is it off-road when compared to its peers? Well, you have to wait as we put a bunch of medium-sized SUVs to the test out here in the countryside later in the year. Also too, if you like the idea of being able to do this but want something a little smaller or a little bigger, the best thing is Mazda is rolling out the off-road traction assist system across its all-wheel drive SUV range, which means the CX-30 will have the same system and we'll put that to the test too. You can read all about that in the full review of this car on CarAdvice.com. Now, of course, if you want to see what we've done here today in a little bit more detail, you can check out this really cool 360-degree clip of Big Red here running off-road in the Talangi Forest. Let us know what you think about that. And of course, let us know in the comments below if you've got any more questions about the 2020 CX-5, heading off-road in a medium-sized SUV, or just anything else you'd like to see the CarAdvice team put together.